I saved £10 on my car insurance, and then I spent £200 on a spoiler that made my 2007 Vauxhall Corsa look like it was training for Formula One. Yeah, that's the financial genius you're dealing with. See, this is the psychology of broke people in a nutshell. We'll penny pinch on essentials, and then sprint full speed into dumb spending like our debit cards are on cocaine. I called up the insurance company, played the "I'll leave unless you match this quote" game like a pro. Got £10 off. Felt like Warren Buffett. Then I opened Instagram. Boom. Targeted ad. Carbon fiber spoiler. On sale. Only £200. And something in my broke little soul whispered, "Treat yourself. You deserve it." Why? Because I had just saved money. Let me explain this perfectly logical delusion. Saving £10 doesn't make you richer if you immediately spend £200 on nonsense. But logic? That thing was last seen running away while I was checking out with Klarna. Here's how it works. You spend hours comparing quotes, switching providers, using cashback sites. Then you save a few quid and your brain goes, "Let's celebrate this rational behavior with an irrational purchase." Like, congratulations, you skipped the £3.50 latte this morning. Now go spend £80 on a scented candle named after a Nordic forest. We act like saving money gives us permission to spend even more of it. It's like doing one push-up and rewarding yourself with a full cheesecake. You ever do that thing where you save £2 by walking to the next shop? Then spend £20 on snacks you didn't even plan to buy? That's called broke person cardio. And I'm the Usain Bolt of it. Let me tell you what that £200 spoiler did for my life. Absolutely nothing. Except now, my car insurance premium is going up next year because, apparently, modifications make it more high risk. High risk of what? Looking stupid. No one sees my car and goes, "That man is financially sound." They see it and go, "That guy peaked in year 11. It gets worse. The logic didn't stop at the spoiler. Once I put that thing on, I couldn't just stop there. Now my brain's like, "You need matching seat covers. You need LED lights. You need a steering wheel cover that looks like it was made by Louis Vuitton's cousin from Wish." Next thing I know, my car is wearing more accessories than I own. My actual clothes? Faded Primark hoodie. One pair of socks with a hole. But my car? It looks like it's applying for Love Island. I'm out here financially grooming a vehicle that can't even start when it's cold. Now let's talk about the real villain in this story. Delayed gratification. Yeah, that boring thing nobody wants to talk about. You know how rich people stay rich? They spend after they save. We spend, and then wonder why saving is impossible. It's not a money problem. It's a dopamine addiction dressed up as a lifestyle. We want fast rewards for slow efforts. We'll grind all week to save £20 on groceries, but the second we see a TikTok girl with a neon cup that changes color when cold, boom, £25 gone. Because aesthetic hydration. Here's the truth bomb. You don't need a budget. You need self-control and therapy. Because no spreadsheet can stop you from convincing yourself that you deserve it. We act like money is supposed to make us feel better. Nah, bro, it's supposed to keep you alive and get you out of debt. Spending should be strategic, not emotional. But most of us are emotionally constipated and financially incontinent. Let's take a moment to talk about Klarna, the devil's credit card for broke millennials. You ever been broke enough to pay for a £12 item in 3 installments? Yeah, me too. It's not buy now, pay later. It's buy now, regret forever. They lure you in with interest-free payments. Meanwhile, you're juggling 7 micropayments a month, and you don't even remember what half of them are for. Oh right, that's the hoodie I bought after a breakup. Still haven't worn it. Oh, that one? Yeah, it was for a ring light I thought would make me look successful on Zoom. Here's another banger. Budgeting is just a fancy way of lying to yourself in advance. You make categories like entertainment and treats, which is code for impulse spending with a costume on. Like, I put £50 under eating out and still somehow spend £112 because I forgot 3 Deliveroos and 2 late-night Uber Eats sessions. You ever be so broke you scroll past recipes because you can't afford the ingredients? Then blow £18 on Nando's because I had a long day? Brother, what kind of maths is that? Let's zoom out. I saved 10 pounds on insurance, spent 200 pounds making my car look like it sells protein shakes, and I felt proud for about 6 minutes. Then reality hit. Rent, due, credit card bill, screaming, savings account, empty like my fridge. And you can't return the spoiler because the return policy is stricter than airport security. So now I'm stuck with a reminder of my financial idiocy screwed onto the back of my car. Every time I reverse, I see 200 pounds of regret. Let's be honest though. Most of us aren't bad with money because we're dumb. We're bad with money because we're stressed, underpaid, and raised to believe that stuff equals status. We don't buy to have, we buy to feel better, to feel successful, to feel like we're not falling behind while everyone else posts soft life content from Ibiza. Meanwhile, they're in debt too, but at least their photos are edited. Want to know what I should have done with that 200 pounds? Put it in a high-interest savings account. Paid down my credit card, bought groceries. Hell, I could have even invested it. But I didn't. Because investing is boring. It doesn't give you the instant serotonin of a flashy car mod or a new pair of trainers that look like Wi-Fi routers. The reward for being financially responsible is nothing, at least not immediately. And our generation? We're allergic to patience. But here's the twist. That stupid purchase, it taught me something way more valuable than the spoiler itself. It taught me that saving money doesn't matter if your spending habits suck. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes. You can pour all the discounts and cashback in the world into it, but if your spending is impulsive, it leaks. No budget will save you if your brain is constantly convincing you that future me will handle it. Because spoiler alert, future you is broke too, and they hate you now. Want to build real financial peace? Start asking this every time you want to buy something. Is this making my life better or just louder? Because there's a difference between buying what you love and buying so other people think your life is lovable. Flexing is expensive, freedom is cheap, and the only person you need to impress is the version of you who wants to sleep at night without checking your bank app in fear. So here's what I'm doing now. Uninstalling Klarna. Muting all influencer ads. Saying no to anything that's not essential or joyful for more than 5 minutes. And every time I'm about to buy something dumb, I say out loud, do I want this or do I want peace? Sometimes I still buy the thing, but at least I know I'm being dumb and not pretending it's smart. That's growth, right? So yeah, I saved 10 pounds, spent 200 pounds, got humbled by life, and learned that financial maturity isn't about being perfect. It's about catching yourself before the spiral. It's about knowing the difference between celebration and sabotage. And it's about realizing that sometimes the biggest flex is walking past temptation with your wallet still closed. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a spoiler to uninstall and a YouTube tutorial called How to Make 200 Pounds Back Without Selling a Kidney.